have been dealing with homelessness pretty much since I graduated from high school, and I really had nowhere to go. Within 6 weeks, I think I was pregnant with my oldest child. So that was sort of my initial life start, right? As a parent, I was homeless. And that was when I got my first apartment and kind of figured out how to survive. Over the course of my life, other things have happened that have brought me back to homelessness. I've always been a single parent, and I always had children that had special needs, and I always had partners who were abusive. Trying to manage my life, working, being a mom. And yet, through all of that, you know, I went to college, I got an education, and there were still pieces missing. Through all of these various experiences, I kind of spent a lot of time trying to figure out what was missing from my life. And what I realized was missing was a sense of community where people understood what I was experiencing. All these compounding factors kind of occur when we don't have adequate support. And so when I kind of came through my last experience with homelessness, I was pretty determined not to go back. Being someone who suffers with mental illness, I know all about what trying to deal with recovery is about. So how can I, with my wealth of experience, my background in human services, my lived experience as a homeless person, as a single mother, what I decided was I could try to create a support group for people who were kind of it had that same sort of cycle in life. And that's why it's called Circling Back, because it is a cycle. Homelessness and housing issues tend to be cyclical for people. And we need to have that support in place for when things don't go well. And our current community and society doesn't really provide a lot of easy access points for people to find that kind of support. In fact, once someone receives services and moves on, often those connections to those services and providers end. And so they're left with no one. And that's what Circling Back is about. It's about, you've made it through your crisis. What can you do to help those who are experiencing their own crisis or might be on the verge of experiencing a crisis?